All right, welcome back. Traveling, family gatherings, Christmas shopping, trying to decide what to get for, your friends and family.
The list,
it's a lot.
The timeline, the deadlines, it's a lot. It can be stressful. You're probably hearing this a lot, but you know what? We're all about solutions here on Scripps News. So we are going to be unpacking ways that we can de-stress, just give it a little woo-saw right here with our lovely guest. We've got Cheri Augustine. I said that correctly, right? I got you.
Cheri Augustine Flake.
That's right.
Stress therapist.
That's me.
We need you. We need you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
I know, it's amazing. Thanks for having me. I love this. It's really important that we're talking about stress and thinking about it differently. Why are we taking this big...
I know. We make it a whole
holiday thing and putting it in a stress bucket.
I know. We got to tip over the stress bucket, right? So, listen, there's a lot of planning that happens around this time of the season. I was just having a conversation this morning, even discussing making plans and meeting up with different people, and you have to work out the schedules. It's stressful.
Yeah.
How can we make it not stressful?
Okay. Well, the first thing is try not to manage stress. Okay. Who does that? I can't do that. I would love to put my stress in my purse and then meet with you guys. That'd be nice. But we bring it wherever we go. It's up here, right? So we need to think about it a little bit differently. And so rather than thinking about, the whole holiday thing being stressful, parties were not intended to be stressful. People are inviting you to parties because they want your beautiful self there. They want that essence of you there. They want that joy there, right? And so in order to do that, maybe it's not mastering stress, but it's actually being at the party, right? So maybe it's mastering your thinking and thinking about things just a little bit differently, okay?
Is this being present, you mean?
Yes. Okay, so rather than mastering stress, why don't we master our attention? Okay? Maybe leave your phone in the car.
Yeah.
Maybe here's the thing. We get better at what we practice. And right now we're practicing being distracted.
Oh, yeah.
We're practicing incoming. We're really good at it. We're really good at fitting everything in and having more productivity and having lots of tasks and things like that. What would your life look like if you practiced concentration, if you practiced focus? You would be there at the party. You would be more mindful. This is why you can't throw a stick without hitting mindful anywhere in the world, right? That's what everybody's talking about.
So let's expand on that. How can we stay healthy during this season? I think, years ago, I'll be honest, I was the guy who would get up in the morning, whisk myself a cup of matcha, do 10 minutes of meditation, and then go on to my workout. And I did that religiously for 7 years.
Good for you.
But then the pandemic happened. It was over for me. I have not touched that whisk since or done any meditation.
Okay, we got to get back in.
So let's talk about, why is it, what keeps us from developing those healthy habits and putting them back in motion, even if, for someone like me who's done it before, because I don't know, there's a mental mind block.
There is a mental mind block. And a lot of times I'm talking about New Year's resolutions where I teach people how to create healthy habits. And the single most important healthy thing that you can do is what you have tried, Chris, and it's meditation. There is just nothing, it's about as good for you as water. I find it an ethical obligation as a psychotherapist in my practice to teach it to as many people as I possibly can, because if it was a pill, it would be $1 trillion industry. The physiological effects, the psychological effects, the list goes on and on. What's been clinically proven. If you meditate for 10 minutes a day, after 3 weeks, your life, your brain looks different.
Wow.
And it's anyone's guess what you're going to get. Yeah. And so it's usually just needing a kickstart. Come on a retreat with me. Listen to a podcast about it. Try to get back into it, because I will tell you, that is the single most healthy thing that you can do for yourself.
But what if, somebody watching is going, okay, great, I hear about meditation all the time. I cannot turn my brain off.
Oh my gosh, you don't have to. That's the good news.
Okay. Tell us.
Okay, so there's a lot of misconceptions about meditation. You don't have to stop your thoughts. You don't have to stop thinking. All you have to do is focus on one thing. Okay, so it's not focusing on nothing, okay? It's using one anchor, and usually people start with their breath, because it's always with you, and it's hard to think about and be with your breath and be in the future or in the past. Nothing happened in the past, it happened now. Nothing's gonna happen in the future, it's gonna happen now. Don't miss it, be here, okay? And that's why you wanna be here, because it's quite lovely, right? Right now, if we sit and just see and just notice, are you breathing? That's how you start. Just check and see.
I literally am
are you still breathing?
It's tense. You don't realize it. It's
Are you still breathing?
Yeah.
When I ask kindergartners, they're so cute. They check. They go. I'm breathing. When I ask adults, they're like, you know what I mean? But really check.
Yeah.
You know, when you say take a deep breath, actually take it.
Okay. But I have to ask you though, Cheri, because holidays or not, oftentimes we hear, oh, it's so stressful. We're all so stressed. What is it in the air that creates this feeling for us, that puts us in that mindset, and how can we just get out of it?
It's all the way that we're thinking about things, right? And what I really want you to do this holiday season, if you only decide to do one beautiful thing for your beautiful, lovely self, do this. Take your time. Like, take it. Most of the time, historically, that has meant slow down, be mindful, whatever. And that could be just it. But it could also be decide how you're going to spend this time. If you don't like hot chocolate, don't have any, okay? If you want to have a party, have one, right? If you want to laugh and be ice skating and do those things, do those things. But don't let tradition, other people, your neighbor, your boyfriend, your bestie, all your people tell you how your time is going to be spent, because I'll tell you something, you're not guaranteed 1 second on this earth. And so take your beautiful, precious time and moments and decide how you're going to spend them.
Practice that self-love.
Nice.
Like, honestly, like, really do it. Really do it. Be present. Be quiet. That happiness you're seeking, the peacefulness that you're seeking, the reason you want it is because it's within reach. It's already there. I mean, at the risk of sounding really cheesy, just get really quiet. Just get really still. Allow it to bubble up and allow it to be there for you. Figure out how to meditate immediately. It's so simple, okay? And the hard part is making it habitual, which is where that's my specialty. I want people to know how to do it every single day, no matter what it is. And you need it before you need it, okay?
Right.
Like,
So the
you don't want to
practice
have,
has to be there.
You don't want to have this horrible health thing or whatever where it's hard to learn when you're already doing
Yeah, when you're
that.
already in the moment on the edge. Listen, we're going to have you back to talk about how to do it.
All right.
How to do it practically.
do
Yeah,
it.
we'll have to bring you back.
Cheri, thank you.
Thanks for having
All right.
me.
Stress therapist Cheri Augustine Flake. You can also listen to her Stress Therapy podcast wherever you stream.
That's right. And we're going to take a quick break before we let you go. Here's our viewer hotline. If you want to call us, talk to us.